still don't see.
This screen too.
We're not on the screen and I don't see live.
Yeah, I see.
I see it.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, send it to me. I don't see it for some reason.
Jesus.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like we are partying here, but the Chelsea fans are not actually partying. We are a little bit sorrowful right now, but even at burial, sometimes they say we should sing and
Not
dance
that bad now. It's
and
not that bad.
rejoice. So we are rejoicing,
Definitely.
not because we are happy, because people like me know Sarri's days at Chelsea is coming to an end. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the Fan Zone.
First of the season, man.
First of the season, brand new studio. We're here.
Yep.
You can see everybody right now. So before we get started, let me introduce my partner, my co-host, a man that is very, very happy. Last week he was happy, the happiest man alive last week. He said something on Facebook. He said, "This feels better than sex." I had to say, my brother, slow down. Don't get in trouble at home. So
I got in trouble too.
without further ado, please welcome my brother from another mother, Mr. Carlo, mashallah. How you doing, sir?
Good to be here. It was a performance I was happy about, but I'll be happy on the 24th when Man U do the business. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I respect Chelsea, respect Man U because they win things. The other people not so much.
And you don't want to mention their names?
So with that said, the man to his left is the baby of the studio. He's got a baby face. Not just because he has a baby face, but it's the baby of the studio. Brand new. He hasn't been here before, so you didn't see our old studio. Welcome to our new studio.
Thank you.
Everybody, please welcome Mr. Olumide.
Good to be here.
A die-hard Chelsea fan, by the way.
I'm not
Obviously, you
sitting
can
next
see.
to him, though.
Yeah.
Just switch seats.
To my right is, I think we've given him a green card right now. Because this is your third or fourth time, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So after the third time, you get a green card. After, 7 or 10, you get citizenship. So, the man with the green card to the ABL studio, Mr. Pai J.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. So, I will just want to welcome everybody again, once and for all. I've gotten over initial shock and dismay of today. So now I can stay on track. Carl, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. We have so much covered today. We have Premier League, we have Champions League, we have FA Cup, we have Europa League, we have all sorts to cover today. So much going on in the world of football. It's so interesting, it's so dynamic, things change in a heartbeat. There's so much going on, so much to learn, and really, really interesting days these days in football. So we're really happy to flog all these issues here on the Fan Zone and get your calls in, get your comments in, and really make this an exciting show. It's going to go on for a little long today. We have a lot of things to cover, and we're really spirited debate over the next hour and 20 minutes or so. So, join in, call in, comment on Facebook, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your enemies. Just be part of this, and let's just have fun and have a great discussion.
So, Mr. Olumide, I know you're a little bit disappointed. Let's be real. I know we were playing jammy music to make us feel better. But how are you feeling?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay because today was predictable. Yeah. It's been coming, so I kind of, like I was telling Pajay earlier, I've been kind of numb to the situation. After you get shot so many times, if you ain't dying, then you ain't feeling pain. That's how it is. After the City beating,
yeah.
But during the City beating, even before the game ended, I rested my case.
Wow, that's big.
By the third goal, it was a 6-0 beating. But by the third goal...
My beg, stop repeating it.
No, I understand. Fajay, I know you're still hurting. But by the third goal, I just knew Sarri has no plan B. Well, I knew that before, but he proved it at that point. So when you concede 3 goals within the space of 15-20 minutes, and you consider one more before the halftime came.
Yeah.
I just knew this guy was gone.
Okay.
So today's game,
We'll go into details.
Did he
Friday,
not
how
do
you
that
feeling? let me get your feeling before we go deep into it.
First, I'm going to need a very big napkin for when I start crying.
We have a cup for you.
It's too early now.
Fajay, when you cried earlier, why
It's too
you?
early
You
now.
can cry your own cup. But I don't want to drink your tears.
It's too early now. There's no
Yeah.
time.
So, Carl, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just, I learned a new word today.
Ah.
Because when you've taken egg 4 times, you learn new things. And
Ja-
that
or
word
ja-
is,
or
is-
jam.
is- exactly. Is it flabbergasted or flabbergasted? Whichever one it is.
Whatever it is, I know Sari was in that YA class with you.
I am floored. I am completely beyond words. I mean, for the first time as a Chelsea fan, I'm watching with no emotion.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, with no emotion. Like, okay, let's just wait for this season. I don't call Geico. We've written off the season, insurance-wise.
So before we get into the details, first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining. Please,
Yeah.
I want you guys to do us a favor. Share with your friends, your mama, your brother, your uncle. Brand new season, we're back. We have new things for you this year.
Yep.
We have brand new JD show, all types of show. Everybody's back.
Yep.
We got a brand new producer
Got a
behind
brand
the
new
studio.
studio.
I'm
Brand
no
new
longer
studio.
producing. Yes. I hope you guys like what we've done in the studio. We have a brand new producer that's helping us out. So thank you so much for those that have shared already. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Lindsay, Abby, Michael Bordozier, BB, everybody that's logged in online. Thank you very much. Like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying that new studio. So, Carl, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're the only neutral here. And first of all, before I even say that, I want to say Chelsea fans, J, Olumide, thank you for coming out on a day like this.
Yeah.
Because
On a day of money.
on a day of money.
No, it's
Because
it's not easy.
if this was Arsenal struggling like this,
Oh,
we sent an invitation to Arsenal fans for like 2 months. Nobody showed up. So thank you guys for honoring. I mean, I have no choice. I have to be here. So I'm taking the pain, but thank you guys for coming. So Carl, you're the only non-Chelsea fan on the table today. Somebody's need to mute their computer or phone. Okay.
You.
All right, it's actually me. Sorry. See, I'm going crazy.
Well, I mean, let's do an autopsy of Chelsea.
So what's your review of the 2-0 first?
I think Sarri is doing the same mistakes that he's done for the past 3 away games against a Premier League team, against Bournemouth, against Man City, and against
Arsenal.
Against Arsenal,
And
against Tottenham,
just
against
those
Tottenham,
games.
against Arsenal. But let's do an autopsy. I mean, Chelsea is a championship team. They're a championship team. They've won it 3 or 4 times in a row. No, I mean, very few teams have done that in the past 5 or 10 years. So they're a championship team. You cannot be tactically naive by playing certain players out of position and expect a different result against very powerful Premier League teams.
Yep.
They'll figure you out very quickly. You have to be flexible, be able to play people in the right position. Once that Bournemouth game happened, the 4-0, clearly something wasn't correct. When you play perhaps the best DM in the whole world in an attacking midfield position, what do you expect to happen? When you play Jorginho, who is a great passer of the ball, but cannot defend and shield the back four, the back four gets exposed. So, I just don't understand why. I know he's a stubborn man. I know in Napoli, he did a fantastic job playing in the pass and moves. But when it comes to the Premier
Can I
League,
say something?
it's
right?
different.
When the beginning of the season, after seeing the first game, I was very, very furious and pissed off. And I didn't understand why everybody keeps saying he did a good job, fantastic. And this is football. This is modern day football. Modern day football, when you say you're doing a good job, that means you win something.
Yep.
Yes, they played beautiful, but there was nothing won. Sarri has not won anything. So I don't give him credit for the job he did at Napoli. If you want to do a good job, win
Win a
something.
trophy.
And unfortunately for him, the Premier League is brutal. It's not a. Here's how bad the Premier League is, right? A team that may come second in the league may get 98 points
And still be second.
and be second.
So
Right?
this
Liverpool could get 101 points and win the league. City could get 98 points and come second in the league.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How many leagues in that? I mean, it's crazy.
So
So for me, I as a neutral, when they played us last weekend, and I saw that Jorginho was holding. I was like, okay, good. Let Jorginho hold. Because we know what's going to end up happening.
Yeah.
Right? But if you play Kante in that position, in my opinion, or you play him in the 2, right? A 4-2-3-1, you have the protection at the back for the back four. You can defend properly and counter with Hazard, Higuain, with either Pedro or Doy, and somebody else on the left side.
Olumide, what do you guys think about this whole Kante, Jorginho, and same thing, Paje, feel free.
For us,
We're hearing from Carl, right? This is a not Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
From Chelsea fan, what do you guys think about this whole Kante, Jorginho thing? I really want to know.
Kaje, you are quite pissed. You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
For a neutral fan
Yes.
to be saying what he's saying, it means it's obvious. It's not rocket science.
So why is Sarri so stubborn?
That only Sarri can answer that. When the best defensive midfielder, who has won 2 Premier League trophies with 2 different teams, and a World Cup in that position, he's being pushed forward to do whatever he's doing. I don't get it. I'll just give 2 quotes basically from 2 different players who I've played with. Kante. Wes Morgan, Leicester City's coach. Captain. I saw that. He was asked, how did you win the Premier League with the team you have? N'Golo Kante.
Thank you.
Paul Pogba was asked, how do you perform better in France compared to when you're playing in Man U when Mourinho was still coach? He said, because when I'm playing for France, I'm free to go up front because I know I have N'Golo Kante behind me to protect me. So when these players are playing, they play together, they know each other. And you come as a foreigner, a coach who has not won anything, like you said, and you change the system. Changing the system is not the worst thing. When you stick with it when it's not working,
Paje, please, speak to me because I don't want to spend the whole day on Chelsea. So
Right. I mean, there used to be a saying when Chelsea won the league with Conte the first time that 30% of the earth is covered by water. The other 70% is covered by N'Golo Kante.
Exactly.
And you now take him and restrict him to a small
Island.
There's a problem. And other teams can see that, just to make a quick point, even early in the season, when we were winning those 18 games unbeaten, the holes were there.
Yep.
It's just that some teams were not technical enough to take advantage. And once, like you said, Carl, once you're doing so well in the league and other teams figure you out, then teams who are good and clinical enough will finish you off with those problems.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening now, and he has no answer.
So before you go, Carl, sorry, I just want to read some comments real quick. Michael, what is it? Say, Paje, president of the Chelsea Fan Club, Ibadan chapter. Abi Adelema says, sorry. Lindsay, very nice background. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. At least somebody recognized before they start bashing us. Lindsay again said, Paleo, Paje, and Taye. Thank you, my sister. That's at least somebody is showing us love. I want to thank Omar Jojo Olalekan for logging in. Ivy says, where are the Man U fans? Well, you tell me.
They're out celebrating.
Jinwa, sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. I'm not even going to try. It says 406020. What a week.
Can you block
for
that?
Chelsea? For Chelsea fan. Omar Jojo, who's also a Chelsea fan, he says, we can slave this season. We can salvage this season. We just need Sarri to go. Okay. Thank you very much. DJ Royce, pound Sarri out. So I'm going to continue the comments later on. Carl, you were saying something.
I mean, I understand what Sarri is trying to do. I mean, Yinka George and I last year had the pleasure and the privilege of watching Napoli play week in, week out, and we can call him please and talk about what we observed. I mean, the system that he plays is a very complex, fluid, flowing system. It's basically one-touch football, and everybody has to know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right? You can basically close your eye, and Jorginho's role is basically be the engine that starts the whole process, that distributes the ball into space and creates a. That's what he's trying to create. So it's going to take time to get the kind of players that he needs to implement that kind of system. Even Pep in his first season struggled with implementing his own system because he didn't have the players that he needed. He had to go and spend money to buy Mendy and Walker and a few other people to build that kind of system. So it's going to take time. Unfortunately for Sarri, the Premier League today is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, it is absolutely unforgiving. I mean, the level of performance. Look at champions. Look at Dortmund versus Tottenham. The same Dortmund everybody was shouting about. This one.
Yeah.
They blew Dortmund apart without even thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very, very competitive. I mean, Chelsea goes to Europa League, without even sweating, they beat everybody, top of their group. Arsenal, well, God knows what's going on with Arsenal. But so I think he needs time. But how much time are they going to give him to do that? That's the problem.
Yeah. It is a problem. I mean, like I said, we all know the solution. We all know the problem. Before we leave Chelsea, I don't want to spend all night on Chelsea because we can't if we have to.
We can, yeah, definitely.
It's an easy problem to everybody else but Sarri.
Yeah. But the challenge that he now faces is, okay, he has Europa League on Thursday.
Yeah.
You qualify, that's not a problem. You have the League Cup on Sunday. That's going to be a tough game either which way.
Yeah.
That's not the problem. The problem is going to be against Tottenham at home. If you lose that game,
That's it.
That's it.
But Carl,
No, speaking. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
to follow up on what you said, one, you made a statement of the Sarri ball is quite difficult to implement, and I agree. But I disagree with one part. If that's an excuse, I disagree because I gave an analogy earlier, which I'm just going to use briefly. I used to drive a Ferrari. I speed. I do whatever I want to do. I crashed the car. Someone borrowed me a minivan. I'm not going to run with a minivan.
I agree.
So you have players for Sarri ball in Napoli.
Right.
When you come to Chelsea and you don't have those players, use what you have to get
But
what you want.
But he didn't win though.
But
Did he what?
He
He
not
didn't, no, he
win.
didn't win. That's the point. He didn't even win in Napoli, but he was second.
Okay, let me use an analogy, right? What's the point of having a beautiful model as a wife, but she's the airhead?
I agree.
there are many of them, by the way.
Well, we're not talking about trouble.
But spinning around that same point, when you are in a defense team and you keep saying you don't have the players to do what you want, use what you have to get what you want.
Modern day football
It's a
is
result issue.
play with what you have, use your tool to the best of your ability, and then give off season to improve your tool.
So let's take an example of Man United. Let's do what they do well, right? So
Oh
today,
my God.
so today, right? I said to myself before the game, I said, what do I think Oli is going to do? I think he's going to play either a 4-4-2 diamond formation in midfield, right? Which is basically what he did. So he basically said, okay, look, I'm going to have two up front. I'm going to have Mata be the diamond on top, right? In front of the front two, and everybody else is going to be the congested midfield. And then whenever Hazard comes in, let Ashley Young chasing, right? And then the break of Lukaku and Rashford going out wide, and it worked like a diamond. But that's not what he played. He plays a 4-3-3, he plays 3-5-2. He's always flexible.
So sorry
Sarri
guys.
has to change.
People are asking for the calling number. The calling number is still the same. Again, we got a new studio. We haven't had a chance to put it up, but we are going to put it up. But let me say it over the air. It's 202-681-0389.
I'll put it in.
And I just typed it in right now.
Good.
So it's 202-681-0389. That's the calling number. You got Judge. Thanks for reminding us.
I mean, I heard this.
Uche, thank you for joining. Teodako, thank you for joining.
I heard the stat today that says that for the past 12 games, it's either Kovacic or Barkley or Kovacic.
Yeah.
Kovacic or Barkley or Kovacic. What about Odoi?
Yeah.
What about saying, okay, Kante, you go to holding, but you come out, put Barkley there, change things around. This is the Premier League. Look, I wasn't a fan of. I was always a La Liga kind of guy, but the Premier League is so competitive that you don't even know.
Hello, this is Fanzone. Who's speaking? Hello? Okay, we got another caller. Hello?
Okay.
You got Judge, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hi guys, this is
There we
Ade,
go.
George.
Hey, Ade, sorry, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. Go ahead and pile on. Go ahead. We're
Okay.
here
Well, I wanted to
today.
say real quick, I know you guys are trying to move off the Chelsea game, but Carlos is right. I watched a whole bunch of Napoli games. I mean, we both did last year, and I really like Sarri. As much as I make fun of Chelsea and everything, I really like Sarri, and I feel like Chelsea's not going to give him enough time to implement his vision. Because if you remember, Pep had the same problem when he started with City. It's just that he had enough good quality players to kind of let you see his vision. And it wasn't really working, and everybody was piling on him. You guys were piling on him.
Yes.
You, Uche, everybody. And it wasn't working, and he barely came in fourth. And then the next year, he was able to get a few more players and implement that vision. What Sarri's trying to do is the exact same thing. It's just he's in a team that has no patience.
He's in a league that has no patience. It's not the team.
Chelsea fans are brutal. They have no patience.
It is
want
what it is.
results right now. And I understand it. I understand your owner is somebody that if he doesn't get his results now, he's like, she's going to change the manager. But if Sarri gets time to implement his vision, he brought in Jorginho. Jorginho is the first piece of the puzzle, but he's not able to work with the creative midfielders you have because what he did in Napoli was feed those guys, Martins and all those guys, able to create the opportunity.
With all those sexy play, what did he win?
I mean,
Jenny Jackson said it best. What have you done for me lately?
But Ty,
Do you know how many points Napoli won last year?
90 something
not
points.
about
Now,
points.
about
He didn't win the league.
They didn't win the league. They didn't win the league. And, to be fair, they
I have a question for him, real quick.
to be fair.
Okay. Somebody has a question for you. Don't get mad at Taye.
Just to say this, most major leagues, if not all, play at least 4 competitions. For the English league, it's FA Cup, Carabao, current name, Premier League, and Champions League of Europa.
Yeah.
Sarri played in 4 competitions with his beautiful Sarri ball. Got 98 points in the league. He did not win a trophy. I don't care how good Juve were. Results speak. You play 4 competitions and you win 0.
The idea that you guys are going to find this perfect manager that has been winning a lot, and I've been hearing the Dane thrown around like the Dane that won 3 UCLs back to back is going to come to a team and start rebuilding with the players you have. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I feel like that's like some entitlement. Like you guys are looking for this winning manager to come and help you save your team. That's not going to happen.
I do agree with Yinka in the sense that you have to look at the context. This is Napoli against Juve, and he got typically in any league, 90 whatever points will win you the league. Yeah. So we have to look at the context of what he achieved against teams that were established against your Inter Milans and your AC Milans and those. And it takes a team like Juve with equal number of points based on, was it goal differential?
It was 3 points difference.
3 points difference to beat him to the league. So I think he was doing something. Where I fault him is coming in and not recognizing the issue at hand.
Thank you.
And not being flexible enough.
I want you guys to dwell on this issue. There's a lot to talk about.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
I'll probably call it again.
But I think you find a wrap up for the section. I think that to your point, he needs to adapt with the players that he has right now, or else it's going to be It's going to be the same result. I mean, the game you have coming up next in the league is against Tottenham, and you gotta win that game.
So before we move on, we got somebody calling from Oakland, California.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for calling Fanzone. Who's speaking?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
This is Jane calling from California.
Hey, how you doing? Are you a Chelsea fan?
No, him.
Oh, I don't know.
By the way,
Can we keep it rated PG for change?
he's calling collect.
Go ahead.
He's calling collect.
Go ahead. We pay for your collect. You have a minute. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. What am I speaking? Is this time?
Everybody can hear you. The whole world can hear you.
Okay. I was just calling just to make fun of you Chelsea fans, especially Pitayo and I. I've been listening to all what you guys are talking about, and just to be serious a little bit, I think Sarri is stubborn. We all know that. And your team needs to rebuild because definitely, for those of you that are very realistic with yourself, you know that you're going to lose that by the end of the season.
Not if Zidane comes.
So, okay. Thank you. Anything else? But thank you, Ika, for calling. We appreciate it. Mike, I'm sorry? Okay. Michael, sorry, we're on the phone with Yinka. I saw your call and I'll pick it up next. So, real quick, before we move on, the FA Cup. We're still on the FA Cup, right?
Yeah.
The FA Cup drawing is out.
Yeah.
So, Swansea City is playing Manchester City in the next round. Watford is playing Crystal Palace. Is that correct?
Yeah, Palace, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wolves, Premier League Wolves, is playing Manchester United.
That's a good team.
That just beat Chelsea.
That Wolves team is a good team.
Millwall is playing Brighton. That's a championship game.
Yeah.
Real quick, any comments, any opinion?
That Wolves team is a very, very good team. I don't want to. And they knocked out Liverpool, right, from the FA Cup. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They're a good team. And if United are not on their game that day, they will go out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
They're
My
a really
question
good
is,
team.
Anything that can
Thank you
beat
for calling
Chelsea.
ABL. Sorry, we have a quick caller.
Hello,
Yes, how you doing?
Oh, that's great.
my name is David Dimo.
Oh, how you doing, sir?
Lovely. Oh, yeah, now.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
We lost you?
No, he's there.
Hello?
Mr. Demas, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead. We're waiting for your comments.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say that I think the issue with Chelsea, is not just with the coach. Chelsea has a management issue, and Chelsea has a coaching issue. I'm speaking because we've gone through that. As a team, and I think that the best thing for them to do is to put more attention to the kind of choices they make. They are always looking for a very, 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 very fast lane. Chelsea needs to be patient
2019.
with their management. Well, let me say this again. Before that,
Actually, this is the person who asked me too.
I know. So, before I did answer you, I actually have a question for you. Thank you for calling in while you're on live, right?
There were a lot of comments too.
what I wanted to say is, in all honesty, Chelsea has a management issue. Chelsea has a coaching issue. It has nothing to do with the players. We've gone there before.
Yes.
The second point I want to make also is why is the Manchester United fan not there?
Well, listen, like I said, I wanted Chelsea fans to come and support me today. Is that
No,
okay?
we actually invited one, but today's his wife's birthday. So
Oh, yeah, we did. Sorry.
Yeah, we did invite one, but today's his wife's birthday. Happy birthday to Mrs.
You have open invitation for the next
Oh,
show.
yeah,
How about
that's
that?
correct.
Mrs. David, yeah.
And we have your address, so we'll mail you open invitation.
I don't have to be the one there, but I think on a day like this,
Yeah.
I know you had this show today.
Well,
No,
I saw
Carl
it.
So
just-
we invited one, but today's his wife's birthday, so he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't want him sleeping on the couch tonight. But I do have a question for you though, before you get off the phone.
I want to come in and talk tactics on the show. I don't want to talk tactics when I call you.
Okay.
I just want to point out.
But can I ask you a question though?
Well, we have a section coming up around the Man United Liverpool game tactics. So maybe you can call back then and we can talk tactics then. What formation, what we need to do. Is that Abi? We can do
Yeah.
that.
But real quick, I have a question for you. Wolves United. What do you think is gonna happen?
Sorry?
Wolverhampton and United. Manchester United.
FA Cup.
Next
Manchester United, we've been talking about a Woodward being a very bad manager. He's just spending money and just pumping money. And then Jose just being the dinosaur of soccer to us.
Yeah.
When we got rid of Jose and we had to push Woodward to do something simple, we started winning again.
So what's gonna happen against Wolves is the question.
No, we're going to beat Wolves. We're going to beat
Okay.
Wolves. Are you guys kidding me?
All right. No, I'm just asking. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just asking. Well, Pastor David, thank you very much. We have other callers.
We have a lot of comments here.
Yeah,
One
and
from-
real quick before you read the comment, I want to say happy birthday to Miss Yinka Davis, Dr. Dia.
yes, the YD David.
Yeah, Miss
Yes,
Dr. Davis. Happy birthday! Thank you for your
Happy
support.
birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
We have a couple of comments here. We have one from Tutu Akin Kuwo. So what kind of substitution was Zappacosta for Aspilicueta?
Thank you.
Yeah. Grace personified. Why was Man U final invited? We answered that question already. Another good one we have here. Let's see. Uche, thanks for joining. Uche Wins, thanks for joining. Michael Dubodi says he needs to take his system to the under-19s. That's a little harsh. Give him some time.
Michael Pogba.
Omojuju Olalekan, we know our squad isn't good enough, but our coach isn't willing to adapt to his personnel. Top coaches make the best out of what they have. That's a good point. We've talked about that. And then Abby says even the studio is painted in blue.
Well, anyway, so let's move on real quick. let's wrap up FA Cup real quick on the table. Who do you guys think is going to win FA Cup now that Chelsea's out?
That's gonna be that's.
I'll give it to Man City.
City? How?
I will pick Man City, but it won't be easy.
So who's your pick? Man City?
It has to be for me.
Okay.
I hope Wolves win it, but I think City's gonna win it.
I'm actually going to pick Wolves. What the heck? Chelsea's out. I can do whatever I want now.
That's gonna be a big game. That Wolves is gonna be a
Yeah,
big
that was my taking was into it.
Yeah, so I think Wolves will win, and I'm not putting money on that. Forget it. So let's go to the Premier League. The next few games, there's few games that we want to highlight, right?
Yeah, I mean the Premier League, guys, this year has been, it's just been amazing. I mean, the level of football, the quality of the football in the Premier League, I've never seen this quality before. I mean, I've been watching it for donkey years. The quality.
Not to cut you off, this is his 5th time calling collect,
Okay,
so I have
go
to
ahead.
pick it up.
Yeah.
Mr. Obodozie, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm happy for the studio looks good, and the first Fanzone is really good.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say something quick about Chelsea. So we have two decisions to make. One is we either fire Sarri tomorrow, or we know we're going to give him one more season, regardless of what happens this
It
year.
won't change anything,
We
but go ahead.
can't wait. I didn't hear you.
I said it won't change anything, but go ahead. Go ahead.
So it's either we're going to keep him for one more season, regardless of what you do, how many games you lose, whatever we're keeping you, we're going to give you the players you need at the end of this season, and we're going to give you another season. If not, he needs to be fired tomorrow, and Zola needs to take over. It's going to change something because Zola is not dumb and stubborn, so he's going to do what he needs to get by to win games and stop the bleeding when there's bleeding. The other thing I want to say is that I just don't know what happens in these boardrooms with Marina and the agents for these coaches. I don't know if the coaches understand the objective, or if they told him, Bill, we're giving you 5 years, we're giving you 3 years. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if the pressure that we feel as fans they're feeling in the boardroom and they're thinking about any options. So that's what I think. We either fire him tomorrow and not waste any time, and know that, okay, we have Zola as an interim coach or a caretaker coach, and then at the end of the season we'll hire somebody. And that's
So speaking of hiring somebody, Michael, while you're on the phone, the big rumor out there, is not a secret, is that Zidane is coming, and Zidane said the only way he's coming, he wants 2 things. From what I'm reading, he wants Hazard to sign a new contract, multi-year contract, and he also wants 200 million pounds for transfer window.
And so that 200 million is, he wants that one as baseline. He also wants to sell players and add more money, so he probably gets like 300 million pounds.
Okay. So as a Chelsea fan, do you think it's gonna happen?
It's not going to happen. I have a feeling that Hazard wants to go. Regardless of what happens, it's something that he has in his bucket list. And
But do you think do you think Zidane will come? Come.
If he doesn't demand Hazard, I think he'll come. And I think he's an intelligent guy. And I think we can't keep. These coaches can't keep making this mistake. They have to have everything they want before they come. You can't come and then try to fight the board. The board has to be with you all the way. You know what I mean? And these days it goes past just the board, even goes to the players to understand it in the room with the players before you sign and say, look, this is how I am. This is what I do, and this is how I want to work. I'm seeing the feeling that you get. So I love Zidane. I think he'll make a great coach at Chelsea. But I don't think Hazard is going to stay. I think it's time for him to go. I also feel that Hazard he's no longer consistent. You know what I mean? He's here today, he's not. And I think we have to go out to our doors, maybe bring in someone who is up there from somewhere else and try to build something new. We're in that cycle where we need to build something new.
Michael, I disagree with you on some point, and I'm going to make that point, but I want to hear what the panels think. I want to get the panel's opinion. Thank you for calling in, all right? So, yeah, what do you guys think about the
Didn't Sarri say that he can't motivate the players?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Would Zidane never say that?
Nope.
I doubt it.
So, I mean, what do you guys think?
One thing I would disagree with him on whether or not Hazard is leaving if Zidane comes. For me right now, I think it's just a rumor. But even if it were true, Zidane is one person that Hazard looks up to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And will not pass up that opportunity if it became a reality that he's going to work with Zidane.
Yep.
So I don't think that this whole thing about Hazard leaving is like concrete, because even that depends on what happens to them. We're just halfway through the season, so it depends on what happens at Madrid. Madrid is kind of like bipolar like us.
Yep.
So,
So,
that's up in the air.
My opinion about that, right, is just, I think Zidane will come. It's just a matter of time. Is he willing to come in the mid-season when there's fire, or is he willing to just wait at the beginning of the season? If he's a smart coach, which I think he is, it will let Sarri finish the season, or we can fire Sarri, bring in Zola to finish the season up, and Zidane comes fresh and make sure all the demands are met. And Michael, here's the part where I disagree with you on. As a coach, I coach at a much lower level, at a college level, but when you come in, you want certain things, right?
Yep.
And as these guys are pro, it's your reputation is on the line. There's a heavy demand on you to be successful almost instantly, right away. In order for you to do that, you have to have the two. I said it when Sarri came in that he's going to fail. Yep. And the reason being is because he came in and said, the board, you can do whatever you want. You can give me whatever player you want. I will convert them to my style and we will win. It will never work in a million years.
Just
2019 and beyond. Sorry, let me finish this real quick. So there's nothing wrong for a coach to say, this is what I want. This is what's going to make us successful. You want me to do my job? Give me the tools. Pep came in, to City and said, okay, the players you have, there's certain player that doesn't meet my level. Right? Over the next few years, I'm going to need money. They say, okay, whatever you need, here's the checkbook. And we can see the result. Right? I was the person that bet somebody that they wouldn't win the first year because I knew he didn't have the players. But the second year, I picked City to win. Because I knew he had the thing. So don't say, players have too much power or whatever. Coaches need more power too. The most successful coaches have the men before they take the job, and you see them with success.
I mean, today at Stamford Bridge, I heard that the fans were booing the guy, telling him he doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't.
I mean, loud. Loudly.
Bro, if I was there, I would do the same thing.
It's gone to that level.
And then in the press conference, maybe you guys haven't heard about it yet. It's coming out probably in the morning. He basically said that doesn't really care what the fans think. It's more concerned what the results are.
You don't turn your back against the fans.
But that's what he said. So
these coaches don't learn about the Jose Mourinho mistakes.
I don't understand. See, just to say one thing, but real quick, the issue of Zidane coming or not coming, even if Zidane does not come, we still figure out what we're going to do as Chelsea. Basically firing Sarri, putting Zola in till we get somebody. Now, Zidane coming or not, if it's strictly about the 200 million/300 million, do you really think Chelsea is going to push out that money?
Yes, they will.
I really believe.
Yes, we have players to sell.
I really believe that if the guy goes to a 4-2-3-1, everything's going to change.
I'm on your
Not
side.
going to. We all agree with you.
I mean,
He's the only one in the world that doesn't know that Kante is a defensive midfielder.
The question is not whether or not the fans or the team or anybody wants to back him. It's about him trying to squeeze the death out of a team that can't perform what he wants to.
Yes.
Barkley cannot. I mean, when you play a pressing team, Barkley cannot escape a press. He cannot pass forward to save his life. I call him backless. And I call the other guy along slow.
Yeah.
Because you have to do certain simple things that all these top teams do, and we don't have the players to do
To
it.
your point, Bajit, the signature of Napoli was the fact that they could escape a press,
Simple.
they could
Any
escape
team,
any
anytime,
press.
any press.
So I keep mentioning the Liverpool Champions League game. They didn't have one shot on goal.
Yeah, just escape a press.
Phil comment, Mr. Pastor David Demons that called in earlier says Sarri has lost the locker room and defense. Obviously. Amadio Lekan says that booing isn't loud enough. Amadio is obviously a Chelsea fan, as you guys see. Amadio also says 4-2-3-1. We stop the bleeding, but we need a overall for the game. So again, I'm trying not to spend the whole day on Chelsea. Now I want to talk about Man U, since they say there's no Man U fan here.
Okay.
I was the one that called for Man U's Jose firing a long time ago. And I said it was done, it's stupid, the guy is overrated now. He was once a great coach, and I would never take that from him. No one can take anything from his resume. But they fired him, and I'm saying this because I'm not looking at Page's side. I know Page is about to hit me from behind.
That's
Jose Mourinho's son. That's my uncle. Right? That's the son. Well, your uncle, your son, your dad, whatever. Now, and again, I'm not trying to brag. Since Mourinho left,
Piece of
which
mind.
is, I want to say 8-9 games ago.
Yeah,
8-9 games ago, Man U has only lost one game,
against PSG.
which is PSG.
And they were unlucky because they had 2 injuries.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Now, that was expected. Even with Mourinho, whoever coach is there. PSG is a stacked team. I still don't think they're going to win the Champions League, but they're a very stacked team, right?
Yep.
So, with that said, I want to know what you guys think about Ole. Carl, please say his last name. Solskjaer.
Correct.
Okay.
Also,
So, what does the panel think about Ole? I want to call him Ole because I don't want to.
I just call him OGS. Make it simple.
Oh, yeah, OGS. Okay. What do you guys think? And Man U fans, please feel free to chip in. I'm tired of Chelsea talk today.
For OGS, like I call them, it's too early to give a verdict. But
Think
with
so?
what
After
I'm
9
seeing
games?
so far, no. It's too early to give a profound verdict on his coaching performance.
Okay.
But with what we've seen so far, I think with the first 3-4 games, any coach should have achieved that. Normally, teams spiral out of like big performances when a new coach comes in. But Ole is doing something that Mourinho is not doing. He's basically doing the opposite of what Mourinho was doing.
Yes.
He set them free. You guys are professionals, play your game.
And he had
Mourinho was a dictator. He was too strict with what he wanted to do, which is the same problem Sarri has actually. These older coaches, I don't know if it's an age thing.
It is.
Ole set these guys free. Do what you gotta do. He's making it a few tweaks here and there. So I'm giving him credit, no doubt. I'm actually thinking if he can push them to top 4, win a trophy, maybe FA Cup or something else, maybe he gets the job.
Carl, before you go, I want you to wrap up as a Manchester fan. I want Jose Mourinho's son to talk. I want to hear.
Okay.
And Michael, you too, say something.
Okay, I'm going to give.
I'll let you wrap up.
I'm going to give 2 halves of the field. Okay, I'll give OGS credit. Something happened in the locker room. That this is the first time I never used to believe that players actually down tools because sometimes it's not so obvious on the field. It takes some subtleness. You see some subtleness, but this was quite obvious, like night and day. So I'll give OGS a lot of credit. I think even in 9 games, you can see that there's a difference in attitude in the players and all that. On the flip side, I think it's a shame that players will down tools at the risk of the team being so bad. No coach on the planet. If you look at Kevin De Bruyne and the obvious difference between Kevin De Bruyne and Pogba, there's nothing that Mourinho was asking Pogba to do that Pep didn't ask De Bruyne to do. In the first season, let me explain. In the first season, can I explain? In the first season, when Yaya was there, De Bruyne was playing more advanced. When Yaya left, De Bruyne was asked to fall back as a world-class 90 million pound central midfielder, being asked to defend and saying defense is not part of my game because I don't have. No. Now, maybe the way that message was delivered in the background where we didn't see, I think there was a man management. There's an issue there. Something about Mourinho's 3rd season came to bite again. But I don't think that Mourinho was asking too much. Now, that's my take.
Yaya playing Man City's Pep's first season?
Yes.
Yaya barely played.
Yeah.
And when he benched him, Man City was suffering.
No.
He's a City fan.
So anyway, I'm
This is a City fan
glad that
right
I
here.
left it for Carl.
He's a City fan right here.
So hold on. Please give your opinion.
No, I think Ole has done a great job. He went to Arsenal, passed the test. He went to Tottenham, passed the test. Been to Chelsea, he's passed the test. The only failure he's had, quote unquote, is the PSG one at home. And he had 2 injuries at halftime, which affected the game. If those 2 guys were there, God knows what would happen. So he's done very well. He's motivated the players, he's done great. To Paget's point, yes, players down to, which is absolutely wrong. But at the same time, too, the Liverpool game that Mourinho got fired after was, why would Mourinho put Pogba on the bench? Even if you're quarreling with the guy, call the guy and say, oh boy, look, me and you get issue quanta. But this game, show your skills, show what you have to do. He didn't do that. And for that, he was basically gone. Man United, for me, I mean, they look like a good team. They look like they're working together. That Ole is tactically flexible.
Thank you.
So what's your conclusion on Mourinho?
You need to go and learn, go back to school.
Can I say
So
something?
with that said, before you say something,
No,
right?
what I mean by that is
Samuel Osage.
I mean, what I mean by that, sometimes you need a break to kind of recharge yourself and
Which
get back
Pep and
into the groove.
Ancelotti did.
You need a break. Just get back and take some time out and then come back again.
Before you say something, somebody is taking charge. They're talking about you online. Osage says, Fisayo, please. He also wanted to say, Paje, not true. So I don't know what he's saying. And another one of Jose Mourinho's son is calling in. So let's see what he said. Let's see what he has to say. Mourinho's house. Michael, what is it? How can we help you?
Another one of Jose Mourinho's son. So let's see what it is. Let's see what he has to say. Mourinho's house. Michael, what is that?
Not me.
There's a feedback somewhere, please.
Yep, the feedback.
Go ahead.
Better.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Yeah.
Michael, go ahead real quick.
Okay. So here's what I want. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is that Mourinho has an issue with his style because now I'm hearing some feedback.
Yeah, we're hearing that too. Call back real quick. We're hearing that too. Sorry, guys. If you guys are hearing echo or feedback, we might be having technical issues in our new stadium.
But let's
Our new
talk-
studio.
But let's talk about the game on the 24th. There are two games coming that are massive games.
No, one question.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, I agree that the situation at Man U was so untenable that Mourinho had to leave. I think something happened in the third. Something happens in the third season. Whatever it is, I think that Mourinho should have handled it better. I think at this point, with this third season issue having happened so many times, I think with Man U was an opportunity to actually put that issue to bed.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he didn't overcome that, and I think that's something he needs to sort out himself. As far as tactics and stuff, people saying that he's a dinosaur and all that, I disagree with that because
He's not a dinosaur.
he came second last season ahead of coaches that were supposedly better than him.
Yeah.
You know, ahead of Pochettino and your likes and Klopp and them. You know, he was better. Something needed to change. He didn't change it, so he's not so.
But I just think he needs time out. That's all. Just need some time to.
I mean,
That's what it is.
he does need some time out.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually he needs to. But as a Mourinho fan, I hope at some point he will overcome this third season.
Syndrome.
Yeah, it's like a disease that just won't go away. You know,
And I think there's another thing I noticed about Mourinho too is the fact that he when he goes to clubs that are yet to become big, you know, when he went to Chelsea was still getting investment and still growing. When he went to Inter Milan, they were not really on top there. He can push those players to exceed themselves. When he goes to Real Madrid or Man United that are already supposed to be one of the biggest clubs in the world, he seems to struggle.
Okay. We have a call from Oakland, California. Please,
He seems
go
to
ahead.
struggle. But
Yeah, I think you guys have hit pretty much everything hit the nail on the head with regards to Oliver's culture. He's done a fabulous job. The first few games that he had, those weren't teams that had any strength to them that you would expect most coaches to pick them. But so far, he's done a great job. But to Fisayo's defense, I understand where Fisay is coming from. I'm not a Jose fan, but I'm really disappointed in our players' acts. If you have disagreement with a coach, it's a two-way street. The coach has a part to play, and players also have a part to play. If fans are investing so much money, time, and emotion to be a fan of that club, players have to respect that shirt that they wear. If you think you are not a player that has the culture of the club at heart, then you shouldn't play for that team. A lot of players, I was let down by what players did, and it's so sad that it's only two clubs that I think do what they've done so far.
Okay.
That's Chelsea and Manchester United. I'm disappointed that they did that.
Okay.
Because you're not gonna tell me that they only did something super remarkably different that changed their attitude all of a sudden. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate that. I know you're a Man U fan, so we appreciate your opinion. Time is fastly going, so let's go. And I want to focus on the February 24th.
Yeah,
games
there
that
are two
coming
big
up.
games coming up in Premier League. There's one on the 24th of February, this Sunday, between Manchester United and Liverpool. You cannot understand how big that game is. You cannot understand how big that. That game is massive for two reasons. One, it's probably the biggest rivalry in world football apart from Barcelona and Real Madrid. Yep. And then two, it could be a title decider. Because if Liverpool don't win that game, then the game in hand that they have is basically gone. And then now also helps Man United solidify top four because now they've kind of climbed up one more step. So it's going to be a massive
Who do you think is going to win?
I think Man United will do it.
Liverpool.
I'll go with Liverpool.
I think Man United will do it.
Okay. On the 27th, Chelsea is playing Tottenham.
Oh, so Liverpool have 3 injuries, you know that, right?
Yeah. Kane, Ali.
No, Liverpool.
Oh, sorry.
They have 3 injuries.
Oh, they have.
Firmino
is injured.
Okay.
Gomez is injured.
Okay.
Lovren is injured 50-50.
Firmino is the only big deal.
As long as Van Dijk is fine, Liverpool.
And Sane.
Yeah.
The main man Salah.
Yeah. Continue. Gomez, it's okay.
They can be alright.
Chelsea, Tottenham. What do you think is going to win that?
You want me to predict that?
Yes.
Come
I'm
on,
asking
bro.
you.
If Sarri's the coach, we ain't winning that.
Damn.
Can we just get a walkover?
So I guess you go Tottenham.
You know,
don't
to make it easy, I'll predict a tie.
Oh, jeez. No. You're fine. You fight to do whatever you want here.
No, I'm going to do a tie. Because I will take a tie.
It all depends on what happens at the Carabao Cup final. If Chelsea win that Carabao Cup final, he has some room. He can afford to tie it or maybe lose because at least he has a trophy.
For me,
if he loses the Carabao Cup final, he has to win that game.
For me, 2 things have to happen.
So I think he's going to win it.
2 things have to happen. Number one, if we're going to move forward, especially in that extremely weak left back position, Emerson has to play. And this game against City could be, he should use it as a prerequisite for playing against Tottenham.
He should.
Because you cannot keep playing this guy 1 game here and then 5 games later. And if he takes a chance, let's say he assumes that, okay, whatever, let's just play Odoi and see what happens. This is also a prerequisite. And then get somebody, change the formation. Now, if he does that moving forward, then I'll be up for that game. Yep. But if he does the same thing that he's been doing against City, forget.
Just to choose something in a tie.
I'm going to pick a tie because I'm a Chelsea fan and I don't want to say
that's why I did it too.
I'll do a tie and Kane is out. We should be able to do something. Higuain is a top striker.
That Asian boy, that will just eat some noodles before the game and then it's over.
So, let's finish up on Man U real quick. The last thing I want to talk about Man U is a 2-0 loss to PSG.
Olayinka said that when Man U lost to PSG, Carl said maybe Jose was right. The question is yes. I said maybe. I didn't say he was right.
Woo!
I said maybe. It's a question.
Okay.
We had a good debate about it online, but I was just thinking about what happened.
So the question is, can Man U recover?
Can they recover from the 2 loss?
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain?
They're going to Paris to play the second leg. Does anybody here think they can recover? And what do they have to do to recover?
It's Manchester United.
So
that's a yes?
It's Man U. If PSG can lose 6-1 to Barcelona after leading up 4-0, anything can happen.
To back Carl up, sorry,
go ahead.
That was a different coach.
Right.
To me, that coach is
messed up.
Is a useless.
Emery, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Arsenal coach.
Yeah. Is the most that game. I thought the game was sold.
Yeah.
That game was ridiculous.
Yeah,
so going back to the Man U question, yes, it's possible. It's 2-0. It's possible.
The only problem is that after PSG now played 3-4-3, or 3-5-2, depending on who's there. But when Neymar and Cavani are around, they play back three against the top team, so it's going to be tough.
I think it's impossible, and the reason why I said that is because it's in Paris. But
it ain't happening. If you can't do it, if you cannot do it at Old Toilet or Old Trashford, or Old Trashford, you're not doing it in Paris. And secondly,
we can't do that.
Secondly, Old Trashford. Now, secondly, you have in PSG the former coach of Dortmund that knows how to change formations based on what is happening by the minute. The moment you do something, the boy is pushing buttons. Forget. Just focus on the league.
That guy's a good guy. That guy's a tactician.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He's who we should get.
You know, can we overcome a rap?
So we have about 10 minutes left before we wrap up. Thank you guys. We're reading all your comments. We are not able to keep up, but we're gonna try. Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Champions
Yeah,
League.
tomorrow, big game tomorrow. I think Bayern's going to wipe the floor with them, 3-1.
I'll predict against scores.
Yes. Oh, well, no, sorry.
A tie.
Okay.
Why do I think they're going to wipe the floor with them? You have no Van Dijk, no Matip. Trent is half fit
Why no Van Dijk?
because he's suspended because of the foul on Napoli's Insigne.
Oh,
That's a big deal.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, so
That's their big
they're
deal.
going to play Fabinho on the defense and maybe play Milner
Okay.
against Lewandowski.
It's a big deal, but I'm still going for Liverpool because I'm pro EPL, baby.
Besides, you know, for me, Liverpool is like Tottenham. They play with a system. So it's not like if you remove this one, yes, certain players are better than others, but they're playing within a system. So the reason why Tottenham has been kind of coasting is because they play in a system. So if other players, as long as one player or two players don't have like a bad day, I mean,
So you can go on Liverpool.
Liverpool.
But Van
Okay, let me start with
Van
you.
Dijk is not there.
That's why it to be a tie.
Okay. So let me start with you now. Barcelona, Leon.
That game, man. In fact, that's the game.
Wait,
that's the game.
That's the game to watch.
Where is it being played? Sorry.
In Leon.
In Leon.
In Leon.
In Leon.
Yeah.
I'll give Leon a slight edge 2-1.
2-1. I'll go with Leon too because I like Leon.
I'll go with Leon.
This is the last time I'm going to go with a tie. I'm going with a tie. Because it's Barca, guys. Come on.
Bow tie or regular tie?
Regular tie.
So we start with like that. Shaka City.
Oh, come on. See.
It should be Man City, but you never know.
Come on, don't let me down.
That was 3-1 City.
Okay, I'll go with City.
Do we even have to even?
I know, right?
Okay, now here's the tough one. Juventus, Atletico. Who's home? Atletico, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say Juve because Atletico has been kind of lately.
And the Morata,
I mean, Morata is not scoring
Morata
and Diego is
there.
out.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have done.
All right, I'll go Atletico because they're home and they don't concede too many goals,
Yeah.
and they go squeeze one at home and go 1-0.
Atletico 2-1.
Juve 1-0 because Atletico doesn't concede a lot at home. But it's Juve have the best player in the world, so why not?
All it is one free kick.
Exactly.
Okay. Europa, Thursday night football. Unfortunately, Chelsea is in there. I'm not excited to talk about it.
But I want to talk about Arsenal. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't hate Arsenal. I just have questions. How can Batty? Here's a team that hasn't played since December,
Since December.
and yet
You know what's more annoying about that whole team? They beat us.
Wait, Arsenal beat us. Bro, that was their first clean sheet.
Arsenal beat us.
That was their first
And come
clean
to
sheet of the season.
a Yimba of Europe.
That was their first clean sheet of the season. guys.
Anyway,
Against
DJ
us.
Roy's online said Atletico versus Juve.
I know.
Shegun Owolabi says Partey is on point. Whatever. Oh, are you talking about old toilet? Come on. Yika Judge said that's not true. Partey Spurs playing a bit better because Son is giving a free roll.
Yeah,
Unlike Kane, Dele, and them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shegun
Yes,
Owolabi
point.
Car will always pick Man U to win because that's the old way City.
Well, my point to me is that you still have to play Chelsea, you have to play Everton, you have to play Manchester United and Tottenham.
Shexter also said Liverpool will miss Van Dijk, but will be good.
3-1 baby, but Bayern Munich.
All right, so we're staying on top Thursday night football. So what's
What's going on with Ozil? I don't understand.
Ozil is done.
Ozil?
What do you mean he's done?
No, come on.
Are you sure that guy is not depressed?
Ozil is done, or Emery has to leave.
Yeah, it's on Emery. It's a
It
power, it's
doesn't
a power
fit
struggle.
Emery's system.
Yeah.
Ozil is a talented player, but it doesn't fit that system.
High
so
pressing,
so
high
that
work.
Emery leaves, which is not happening, because
true.
So since Emery is not leaving, Ozil has to leave, or he's done. It's just that that
Doesn't
simple.
it sound like a Mourinho Pogba thing all over again?
I mean, no, it happens.
But
all the
he's
time.
managing
It
his
happens.
better.
Look at Moses. Moses under Conte was great. Moses under Sarri
He's
is out.
invincible.
He's unknown. So it depends. Sometimes players don't feel the coach. A coach don't feel the system. It's just like that. I feel bad for I'm not saying that because I hate Ozil. I actually like him. But it's just the way it is.
Actually, when you said Ozil is done, I actually thought you meant he's done like he's.
No, it
done.
is.
In the system, it doesn't
in
work.
the system. Look at Sanchez in this system.
Yeah, it's
Or
ridiculous.
Sanchez with Mourinho. Certain players is like that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just. It's,
I mean,
it's
for
crazy.
£350,000 a week.
I know, right?
Which raises a question. Do you think that sometimes, which is something that came up when we signed that Spanish guy at Chelsea, what's his name again? Torres.
Fernando.
Do you think that sometimes when players either improve their contract or sign up for big money, that some players it just messes with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, EPL is a beast. EPL, if you're successful, that's why I so much love Hazard. Because Hazard played a certain way, a certain type, but he's going to say, hey, this is what I do, you still can't stop me. If you look at Ian Robin is like, I'm going to go to my left, but you can't stop me. You see what I'm saying? Kevin De Bruyne is, I'm going to ping the ball 30, 40 yards. Same thing with this guy, Di Maria. Certain players is like, this is who I am, but you can't stop me.
Mbappe running.
Yeah. Mbappe is catching me. Don't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Or my main man, Diego Costa.
So it's just, you got to respect those players.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, Torres, he came in his first year, he was great, and then EPL said, okay, let me study you. And they stopped him. It's just that simple.
First year in Chelsea.
No, with Liverpool. Come on, man. I'm not that stupid.
I just went to
Maybe he was watching through his neighbor's cutting again.
But
Chelsea, oh, sorry, go
what do you
ahead.
guys think is going to win the Europa League? Because that may be the best road to the Champions League for. And the beauty of it is that if you win the Europa League, you are a seeded Champions League team, which means that you avoid all the champions of the leagues.
So-
that's what Atleti is doing right now.
I want to say this. I want to answer your question with this. It's simple. I still think it's Chelsea.
Yeah.
And the reason being is we don't have anything else, right, to play for. And we're going to play, we haven't played our best lineup, our best players in Europa yet. Hazard has barely played. You see what I'm saying? And we've been able to incorporate Odoi and all those other guys and still win it. We've had it easy. So when it gets tough, we got to go with our best players. I think Arsenal is going to choke. Right? What other teams are all the big teams? Napoli,
Yeah.
right? Can't beat Chelsea.
Sevilla.
Sevilla is struggling now.
Napoli is good. Though.
Napoli is
very
good.
good.
But I still think Chelsea will win it and avoid the disaster of not qualifying for Champions League 2 years in a row.
If you can avoid Napoli to the final, I think
true.
Chelsea will do it.
Yeah.
But I want to say something off what Ty said earlier. You said Chelsea will be able to play our backup team and provide it easy. That actually is a double-edged sword because we've had it easy. When it gets tough, can Sarri adapt? Now, to answer the question, who would win the Europa League? I still think Chelsea can do it if Sarri changes or if he leaves.
Well, Donye is saying online. He says, sorry, Chelsea win with Sarri. I guess that's the question mark. He says, give me a break.
Exactly.
So, I don't know how long Sarri will last. James Omo Oloye said, but this Sarri ball, we're talking about how is Chelsea going to win. Chelsea can win Europa, please.
Could the caveat there be that in the EPL, being that it's much more aggressive and it's not as technical, so teams in the EPL can rough handle Chelsea, but teams in Europe are more technical, which is where we can kind of overcome.
And I think Sarri ball actually works better in Europe.
In Europe,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So that could be the thing.
Yeah.
But Baba has to alone slow, man.
But Patrick, at some point, Chelsea and Arsenal have to make a decision around Europa or top four.
I just pray that Bate comes and completes the job.
Okay.
And they can do it.
Yeah. I can't stand. In fact, my phone is red. I'm going to go change it to blue because of Arsenal.
What are they?
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys again, everybody online. You know, Pai J, Olubide, for coming for the first time.
Yeah,
thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you again for all your support, your write-up. I want to thank our producer, Mr. Bola, in the background. Young producer, Mattia Kimboni. We have a caller. Before we wrap up real quick, the next Fanzone, March 15,
Yep.
the date's already set.
Yep.
If you're going to get the invitation, the next time we're going to make sure it's not 3 Chelsea players. Chelsea fans, sorry. You guys have been great fans, great guests, I'm sorry. Nothing against you guys, but let's mix it up a little bit.
Right.
So we're going to try to get everybody in.
Yeah.
March 15, the invitation will come out from Kyle or myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pick up your phone when you get the call.
And And because that day we're going to talk about the Champions League quarterfinal draw and the Europa League round of 16 draw. So I think that's a day of the draw. So we're talking about that day as well as where we are in the league and everything else.
So speaking of prediction, we're going to make one more prediction before we go. EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, which is Monday, right? Sunday. Chelsea, Man City. Where do we start? Should I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. Here's what I think. I think Chelsea will not win it. Chelsea will lose. And I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see Sarri winning any cup. He hasn't. He will not. He won't even win the Charity Cup at the beginning of the season. That's the only reason why I'm picking Man City. And if you know me, I don't go against my team. Only when I really, really strongly feel it. I just don't think this guy's going to ever win a trophy in his life in a big club. I'm sorry, Sarri. You suck. You are sorry, Sarri. Close. Anybody else, please go.
Can we just appeal to the FA to let us use 2 goalkeepers?
No.
That won't help either. We can use De Gea and Courtois and Kepa if they will to score. So what's your prediction?
Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully City will be merciful and keep it at 2-0.
So we're losing.
Yeah. We're losing.
Okay. Well, let me stop there. Let me skip you.
I share the same prediction with him, 2-0, because it's still Sarri. And and it's still Pep too.
So DJ Roy Online says Chelsea winning by PK. Tunde Badmore says Man City. James Omoloye says Match City. Excuse me, sorry. That's easy. 4-1. Sarri gets fired after. Majoji says City will win easily. Then we have a mental edge. So City, Mr. City.
Oh, I mean, the City should win it, but it's a final. It's a one-off game. Man City, we know, can come up and just flop. And then Chelsea have a point to prove. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game. But we should edge it. We should. But you just never know.
Yeah, looks like DJ Roy is logging in from one of those states that legalize marijuana. If he says that Chelsea is going to win it.
You never know. You never know.
All right, again. Thank you very much, guys. Pajay, you want to leave your social media online so that they can reach and abuse you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter, _J. And new music is coming out from yours truly.
Yes.
I look forward to it.
Mr. Olumide?
Thanks for having me. It was really, really a great experience. Living social media, Instagram, Christ and Character, Twitter, Charles_Chelsea.
Okay. Taifak, Afrobeat Live, the whole story. There's no point in going over and over. Before Kyle wraps up the show, if you like the in-depth analysis of football, you're a big fan of football, please follow Kyle Marshall's page, which is...
Yeah, Pitch Points. I just launched the bi-weekly talk, my viewpoints on football, Champions League, Premier League, just some points that and this is not biased, I'm not being biased to see it, just generally, and because I'm bored at night and I like to do that kind of stuff. So, and maybe having sessions with different people, Ty and everybody else on there's Pitch Points on YouTube right now. So, yeah.
All right, thank you guys. It's been a great day. Last comment online, DJ Roy says, you are not safe, Prajay. My boys are waiting for you outside. So I want to end it on that. Thank you very much. Thank you to our producers. Yep. Thank you for everybody. See you March 15, and it's been great to have everybody online. Thank you very much, and we are out of here. You feel like it? It might be delayed.
Oh, it's delayed.